Hey, welcome to my vlog. And we've just drove an hour and a half to pick up the wife's new used rims that we're going to install on her 96. We've decided we want to upgrade, go from 15s to OME 17s. She got on Craigslist and was looking, and this gentleman is selling these 17-inch OME rims off of a 95 Mustang. And these are 17, and he has 245s on them. And wait, 240, 245, yeah, 240, 245, 245, 45, 17s. And they came off, again, off of a 95 GT. So, again, we decided to upgrade from 15s to 17s because the 15-inch tires are getting so hard to find. So this is not only going to give it a little more muscle look to it, but I think it's going to, of course, going to really look good. Shouldn't have any problem with putting them on the front and steering because, of course, they are OME, and there is no change between the 96 and the 95 body style. So if you're wondering about whether you can get these size tires in the back of your Mustang, well, there's your answer. We can actually stand them up, 3 in here and then 1 in the trunk. So this is the way I got them in here at the moment, and then I got one in the trunk. So that answers that question, because I was not sure whether I could get them in here. Oh, there we go. Got them in here. And being 17s, the nice thing about it is they're original equipment. So I don't have to worry about doing like I did with my 18s. I had to put 2-inch spacers in the rear and a 1-inch spacer in the front, because those came off of a 2010 and they're called deep dish, and of course those are 225/50 18s. So there we go. As you can see, might be able to see the tread on those. Weren't bad. He sold them with the good tires on. We're gonna get at least I figure about 12,000 miles out of those, which will be about 2 seasons of us driving up here for $200. So if you're looking for good deals on tires, we looked on eBay and we looked on Amazon, but guess what? We got them home. Here they are. Now, what you're looking at is a comparison between the 17 and the 15s, and as you're looking at them, hey, they look about the same height. Well, you're about right. They are about the same height, because what you have is, in this case, you have a 17-inch rim with a 45 or a 245 or 45, yeah, a 45 thickness. This is your thickness. This is your 45 between the rim and the top of your tire from where it goes there. Okay. Here you can see, as you can see, the thickness of your tires. So this Firehawk is a 15 to 35 60. So you've gone from a, so now we have a 245 45 17 compared to a 235 60 15. The 17 is a taller rim, and the 45 is a thinner wall in the tire. So you basically brought your tires to the same height. Now, as you can see in the width, 245. So you've got just a little bit more width, the next size down in width, but you're pretty much the same height. And we wanted to do that because getting these tires is a lot easier than getting these tires. 15s just are not being made anymore. Also, if you can see, we can try and see. Can you see on the outside of this thread on this tire is a good one right there. See how flat that is? And that's all due to your alignment. In this case, it is extremely cambered. So you got a flat spot throughout the tire. So that's one of the big reasons we have to replace that, because the alignment is off. So there you go. There's your example of your 17s versus your 15s, and these are OEMs as well, because these came off a GT of a 95 GT. So there's no problem for them fitting on the 96 as far as width and clearance is concerned. And that's the inside. These aren't deep. These aren't deep dish. These are the actual, again, OEM. So no spacers are required. Where in this case, I took a 2010 rim, which you call deep dish, and I had to add a 2-inch spacer in the rear, and I had to add a 1-inch spacer in the front, because in the case of the front, it would fit fine. The only problem is it will not clear your rotor. So that's why I had to use a 1-inch in the front, so it would clear the front rotor. And rear, without that 2-inch spacer, which is basically what you got here, is a 2-inch spacer, it would really look funny, because that would pull that rim, or pull that tire further in underneath the car and look really, really silly. So that's your difference. So your 05s and newer rims will not fit your anything 2004 and older without a spacer. So just keep that in mind, because there you go. That's your 2-inch spacing right here, going inside there. So all right, there we go. There's your lesson on your 17-inch OME rims compared to the 15 original OME rims.